Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneur's Corner with yours truly, Domati Madu, and my co-host here, Sanadu. We're so excited to be here every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with you guys. We love to do these episode every week because we want to inform you, educate you about this online business, what it can do for you, and so much more. If you're new to our pages or live order replays, my name is Domati Madu. I'm based in Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. I'm an online business owner. I also work a full time because this business gives you that um, that opportunity to do what you want. You can work and do this business, you can do the business, it's whatever you decide. So yes, I still work my full-time job and do this business on the side. Senator?
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning from. My name is Senadu. I am based in Ontario, Canada, and I'm a mom of one, finance professional, also a business owner full time. And I'm glad you're joining us today. As Dolmanti mentioned, we motivate, educate, and inspire, and hope you find today's episode inspiring and motivating, and thank you for joining us.
Awesome. Yeah, like you know what? I like that we get to do this weekly. It's because there's so many people out there who are looking for something to do on the side, or looking for something to earn extra, or looking for something that they can do full time from home or from anywhere. That's I think talking about that. That's what I was typing in: working from home or working from anywhere, right? And that's how I found this business because that's what this business gives you. You work from home, you work from anywhere, and you work any time of the day. It doesn't have to be but I guess people like me who work a full-time job, you set aside a time slot that you're going to work on your business, but this is what the business gives you, right? But today we're gonna dive into, we have newbies in the business, and for those who are on the edge to start this business or thinking about it, this is also for you. The do's and don'ts when starting the business. So we're gonna start with should we do the do's or the don'ts first?
Uh, do the do's.
Okay. So I mean we actually talked about this one regularly, but we're gonna cover it today. Do your research.
Mhm.
We always say, when even if you're thinking about doing this business, do your research. When you join the business, you do your little research. Even though we have an amazing training platform and coaching for you, you also can do your research on the side because there's so much that you can learn and do with this business, that doing your own research is an additional skill for you to learn how to run a business. And also, you don't have to rush to do to get it all done. Take your time and do your research. It's another take it from here.
Sure. Uh, yeah, starting any business, in fact, it can be scary, but at the same time, we have to, whatever business, we are thinking, we have to research. For example, I mean, unfortunately, this business is not a traditional business. This business is something you do from the comfort of your home, so you don't have to worry about that part. But I'm just giving an example. If I'm thinking to open a store, for example, I have to research the area. Is the area has a traffic, right? My rent and all the necessary thing to run a business. So the same goes for this business. This business is, as I say, something you write, you do it from your home, you do it from anywhere, like Delmonte mentioned, as long as what you do, you need is your phone and, your laptop.
Right.
But the do is, the first question is if this business is for me. That's all. We all did ask that question. And then the next step is what is this business will provide me? And because when we have that free live webinar, that webinar video will give you, a highlight of the business to make you think and ask. So if you sign up on anybody's website, you will receive that video. And then after watching the video, write down your questions, whatever question you have, whatever you wanted to know. And then you can ask the person, um, if you reach to the point where you uh, talk to the coach, that's when you ask all of your questions you have about the business. So the research part comes there. Basically, these businesses, you don't have to worry about there's a traffic, there's because you are not opening a store, you are running your business from the comfort of your home. But the question is, what's in it for me? What do I get out of this business? What is the hours I'm working on this business? All those things you can, after watching your video, you can write it down. So whatever is in your mind, you write down and then you ask and you learn. If you have more question, the more question, the better, because you don't want to jump in something you are not 100% sure, or 100% is not clear. So the do part is, I think that's what it is. Just do your research as much as possible.
Definitely, and that's like the beginning. And when you get in,
Yeah.
what got me over into starting this business was because I connected with a like-minded person, and that's what you do. You connect with like-minded person, and you do your research. And when you do your research, you find that there's so many people, who are in your situation, who are doing the same thing as you are, and those are the people you attract
Mhm.
to start something as we are. That's what we are doing, right? So you do your research, you take your time, you don't have to rush, because I find a lot of people rush into things and they don't do their research, and that's where the problem comes. When you take your time and you go through the steps and the research, everything just falls into place. So that's what we encourage a lot of people to do, even if you're just looking at our information session or just listen to us, or if you have started a business, just started a business. These are like key things to do before just like rushing ahead to do everything. Do your research. The next one, you create a business plan, meaning that you strategize, you plan, and I think Sanadu covered a bit of this already. You plan your time, um, how you're gonna, what strategies you're gonna use for your business. You plan your time, and like we said, this is a business. There is investment to run this business. You plan a budget for your business, right? Because we cannot tell you what your budget has to be. You have to make that, and you have to know that. So you plan, and then you execute that plan, right? You just don't just wandering and just go about and do this and that, and then at the end you don't know what's going on, right? So lay out a clear plan and then go from there. Sanadu, you want to take it back?
Yeah, so remember, this is your business. So you are the owner, you are your own boss. So you set your time, if you reach to the point and you are at because the business has a step. So if you are in the final step and you decided to do this business, uh, it's your own business. No one would tell you what to do. So you tell yourself what to do, how much time you want to spend with your business, what is, require. All those things you decide. Our job, we both are mentor. For example, if you sign up in my website and then you become a business owner like me, my job is to help you succeed in the business. I mentor you, but I don't tell you what to do. It's your business. You tell yourself what to do. That's why we all became a business owner, and leave. Some of us who left traditional business, I don't want a boss anymore. So I'm my own boss. So I tell myself what do I do, what do I need, how do I succeed. But when if I'm stuck somewhere, then I have a mentor, I have a coach. So I get that extra help from my mentor and my coach. So you do the same thing. When it comes to running a real business, it's all on you. So that's,
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. So again, you set your goals, your strategies, and your budget, and stay focused. And you stay in that way, and success will just follow you. Because if you don't have that outline and plan, then you're just gonna be all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So the last do that we're gonna talk about is build an online presence. And why we say it is because this is an online business, right? And we attract people on online space because we create an online platform for ourselves, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, whichever one you choose. But Facebook is our main platform that we use, but we also post and share this opportunity on other social media platform, right? So you want to attract like-minded people, right? So like me, when I started this business, I was doing nanny job, right? And I connected with somebody like that. So you connect with people who have the same lifestyle as you, the same job, maybe a mom, or a single mom, a single dad, or a family, depending on what situation they are in. People connect with you because you share the same storyline as they do. So you build your audience, you build your social media platform, you attract that type of audience that you want, and those people, they love what they see. They will connect with you, and want to start this online business. That's what we do. We share this opportunity because we were once in a situation that pushed us to like look for something to do, because we realized that our job, as much as I'm grateful for my job, it's not able to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not able to cover the things that you want to do, right? It's like you're just living on that paycheck. Like, you get it and it goes to bills, and that's it. You don't have to save for the future, and all the other little things that you want to do for yourself, right? So again, I'm grateful for my job, but also, I want to add income to my household, right? I just don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. Again, so when you build your social media platform, you attract people with this, and this is why a lot of people are starting this business, because they see the benefits and the results of what it did for so many people, right? And that's how a lot of people started this business, and they're crushing it, quitting jobs, buying. I saw our dear friend that we were in Mexico with, we traveled together. She just bought her home. I know I'm going sidetrack off our topic here, but she purchased her home in Ontario, Precious.
Coach Precious, yeah,
And
yeah.
she bought a new car, and that's so amazing because I
Mhm.
remember when she started this business, she didn't had a job. Both her husband and her, they didn't had a job, and they were going through such a tough time. And they started this business, and today, she just bought her own. she and her husband, they bought their own home in Ontario, a new car, and it's so amazing to see, they were at such a low point when they started this business. They had nothing. Like they were in so
Mm.
much debt and they had no money, right? But they found a way to start this business, and today they're reaping that benefit of it, right? So again, you build a social media platform and you share the lifestyle that this business gives you an opportunity, and that attracts a lot of people. So here we are building our social media platform. We do these videos and we build our social media platform to share with you, what you can do. And a lot of people get scared when they hear, oh, I have to post on social media. I think that's one of the biggest fear that holds a lot of people back, is like, oh, what are my friends going to think about me, or what my family is going to think about me, or what if that one is going to think. But if you keep thinking like that, then nothing's going to happen, because at the end of the day, those people are not going to come bail you out when you're in a situation, right? Yes, you might have one or two in between your friends and family who are going to, stand there with you and help you. But at the end of the day, you cannot all the time depend on those people to help you out. You have to find a way to, to build something for yourself. So social media, it's one of the way. It's the way that we show our business. Is where we do a lot of our posting, share information, and create connection also with other business owners around the globe. Senator, you want to take it from here?
Yeah, you covered it pretty much. If I add, it's just, yeah, you mentioned about social media fear, and I was one of them that hold me back actually for quite some times after I start the business,
Mm-hmm.
because worried about what other people might think of me, what other people might say. But you know what? If I'm struggling financially, if I'm struggling time wise, no one is going to come out and help me, even including my own family. Maybe one time I might get help. But other than that, you are in your own. So you have to think about you and your family, who you need to provide, who you need the time for. So yeah, fear is sometimes crippling, but in time, we get comfortable. I mean, look at me now. I'm doing this live because I became, when I get rid of that mindset, I became more comfortable. I became start thinking about me. What is my goal? What is my future ultimate financial success, right? So think about all the positive thing, and then eventually, you'll get there.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely. So those are the do's. Do your research, create a business plan, and build an online presence, because it is an online business, right? Okay, so
Mhm.
we're gonna go down to the don'ts, and again, we talked about these stuff already, but we're gonna cover them again. Um, don't rush into things. I and when you say, you don't mean it in a bad way, but also it can also be a crucial mistake that a lot of people make, is because a lot of people get excited. Like I was excited too when I'm like, oh, I'm starting my own business. It's an excited adventure. But what happened is, we have a step by step training and whatnot when you start this business. So a lot of people rush through it. They rush the training. They skip steps, and then they hit the bump and they don't know what to do, because you skip a step. You rush through it. You didn't really look at what you need to get done to start building that business step by step, right? There are steps of, when you start a business, to build your business up. And a lot of people rush and they don't take their time to learn the steps or do the steps, and that can cause a lot of problems. So you don't have to rush it. You don't have, if somebody's faster than you in learning those steps, then that's okay. You don't have to be as fast as them. You can go as slow as you want or as fast as you want. Just make sure you don't rush it and you understand what you're doing and learn the steps and stay focused on the track and go step by step, because I know of a few people who just rush through it, and then they got themselves into problems because, okay, why is this happening? I did this, and why is this happening? It's because you skip a step, or you didn't do one of the training. That can cause problems. So yes, don't rush it, take your time.
Mhm.
Senator.
Yeah, and actually, the most important thing, if you reach to that point, to the end, then you join the business, uh, become a business, owner. Uh, don't be afraid to reach out. A lot of us are making this mistake at the beginning, including me. I've done that. If I am stuck somewhere, it's like almost if I go and ask someone to help me out, I feel like, like people judge me. Oh, she doesn't know, or why, but no. Our community is very, very, we have very supportive community. You can go to your direct mentor, you can go to your direct coach, you can go to, because we have a platform where we all connected in terms of questions, this and that. Don't afraid, because you would be surprised. Anyone can help you out. A lot of us at the beginning make that mistake to reach out. So anytime you get stuck, ask. Like the Bible says, ask you shall be given. This is how this business is. Ask you shall be helped in any form. So that's one of the thing. And the other one is like Dolmanti mentioned, our training is step by step. So what people do, I've done it just to get up and running the business, and people, I've done it to skip the step. When you skip the step, trust me, you can get lost, because that's the reason why the training is a step by step.
Right, because every step is connected, right?
Yeah,
This step is connected to the next step. So if you
the
skip
next
it,
step.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you skip it, you will be lost. And once you are lost, to get back to it, you have to go back to the beginning. So why not just follow the step? In fact, now the new
The new
platform.
platform, you're not allowed to. You have to do
Yeah.
the training first,
Yeah.
then opens up, because they had to do it that way, because a lot of, like we said, a lot
Yeah.
of people
Yeah.
were watching it.
Yeah.
So now our new training platform is set up in a way that until you finish a training, the other training would not unlock. So
Yeah.
that gives you the opportunity to not rush through it and just go
Mhm.
the step by step
Mhm.
training. And
Mhm.
again, like I just want to say, when you say you skip ahead and then you have to go back to the beginning, that
Mhm.
slows your process down, right? Because if you were at step 10 and then you're like, oh my goodness, like what's going on, then you have to go back
Mhm.
all the way to number one. Then it might as well just take your time and go through the steps instead of
Yeah.
skipping
Yeah.
and have to like circle around all the time again.
Mhm.
Yes, so
Mhm.
don't rush. You know what? You can go at your own speed, but just don't skip the steps.
Mhm.
The next one, don't ignore feedbacks.
Mhm.
So also you listen, like you are our audience and people who might be interested in the business, or just like listening to us, whichever one it is. Um, but if you're a business owner and you're starting out a business, you are going to have critiques
Mhm.
from people who are watching your stuff online. And sometimes you might feel, you know, disappointed with some of the stuff that people are saying. But also, you take that as feedback. Okay, this is not the type of people who, you know, is interested in what I'm saying, or you have to adjust something in what you're saying in your videos or in your posts. You listen to feedback. Also, your like your coaches and your mentors, like they're gonna give you feedback. Like if you create, so we create a lot of stuff on our social media platform, and if there's something you can improve on, your coaches are gonna say, you know what, maybe you can change this and or put this into it, right? And even your audience, they might comment and say something, or they might message you and say something. You listen to both ways. That way, it's just like, like any other business. Like, you listen to what they say. They Businesses get feedback from customers. That's why they leave Google reviews, right? And then, you add up any change for that. So you have to be able to accept whatever feedback you get and then add up and change to that. Senator?
Yeah, so I mean, it's a business, so it's, we have a positive thing, we have a negative thing. So the most important thing is don't let the negative affect you. Turn that negative into positive. We also have all kind of uh, beside our training, we have all kind of support like drop-ins, and if you are stuck on how to build set up your uh, Facebook or your YouTube, that's where most of us advertise, right? Whatever, Instagram, whatever platform you choose, we have a training, like daily training. You can, so don't try to do it in your own. So just if you can attend those trainings, because you get something good out of it. Maybe something you don't know, you will learn something, at least one thing. So the platform is out there, the resources out there, and use it to your advantage.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. There's and in business, you are gonna have the
Mm.
negatives and you are gonna have the positive. You just have to adapt because you feed on that and you know where you need to work on, and where you need to like fix something. Right? That's how a business. You cannot have only positive all the time. You are
Mhm.
gonna have some negative feedbacks, but don't let the negatives hold you back. I remember the first time I ever did an ad. I was just learning and I posted up a picture. I was at Tim Hortons here in Canada, and I had the cup in my hand, and I took a picture and I wrote a little quote, and I posted as like an ad to build like following on my page because I was new. Oh my god, and the comments were so bad, and I'm like, okay, this is something that I can do, because they're like, oh, I'm promoting Tim Hortons, which I wasn't, right? So then I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, well, now I won't, like, this is something I won't do, but I adjust
Mhm.
and I learn from that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I did feel bad, but at the same
Mhm.
time, I learned something
Mhm.
from that feedback. So the last one is, don't overlook marketing. So this is a marketing business, attraction marketing, right? So like if every business market their products, whether it's a big company or a small company, they market their products. That's how they get customers, right? So we have to we are promoting this business. This is what we're doing attracting marketing, or we're promoting this business opportunity because we know how amazing this business is, and we want a lot of people to learn about this business and to see what it can do for them. So you have to invest your time in learning the strategies and the marketing. And please don't be scared or overwhelmed. We have training on this. We have a lot of Zoom meetings where a lot of people who didn't even know about marketing, who are very good at it. They share what they have done and how they have grown in this marketing. So you have to take the times to strategize where you're going to market your business or whatever, right? So um like I said, any product, anything you're doing, you have to promote your marketing it. And we market it here on social media platforms, on different social media platforms. But like we say, Facebook is like our main platform that we share a lot on. But if you go on other platforms like Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest, is there another one that I'm
YouTube.
missing?
YouTube.
YouTube, you'll
Yeah.
find a lot of us there sharing about this business. So we market it because there are different audience on different platforms. Like
Mhm.
not all people are on every platform. So we target a lot of people on all these platforms. So this is what we're doing. You're strategizing how you're gonna
Mhm.
promote this business, and that's you have to take time to focus and learn about it. And again, as I said, we have training on this, and we have a lot of Zoom training, so you don't have to worry. It does, if you have some knowledge about marketing, great, and if you don't, that's not a problem because you're gonna train and you're gonna learn at the same time. Senator?
Absolutely. I have nothing much to add. If you are listening or watching the replay, just let us know how you find today's episode, if it's helpful. And if you want to know more, our website is right there. Message any of us. We are happy to answer any question you have. Also, drop your comment what you learned from today's live. Even one thing you learn, or if you want us, we are not afraid critics. So
Yes,
you can, because we are right now, we are more seasoned business owner. I mean, at the beginning it might have scared me, but I'm not scared, so
yeah,
just drop it.
definitely. And
Yeah.
we're doing this live, and sometimes you plan, like we say, we strategize. We just don't come on here and start talking, right? We discuss what we're gonna talk about on the live before we come on the live. But there are gonna be instances where even after we discuss that, we might slip and say something else, and
Mhm.
that's okay. We are being authentic with you guys. We're being natural. We're not, pretending to be perfect. We're not perfect, but we still grow and learn at the same time as we're on here. And like Sanadu said, if you guys have anything to say, if you enjoy this episode or not, we appreciate any feedback. Do message us or comment where you're watching us from. We love to hear from you guys, and thank you so much. And this is where we say goodbye for
Bye.
today. Until next week, we'll have another amazing episode for you guys. And you know what? As it's almost a year since we have been doing
Yeah.
these show
Okay.
lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is amazing for us that we consistently, there were 1 or 2 weeks where we didn't because there were emergencies and we couldn't like do it, but we were consistent with doing it. And I'm so proud of myself because we stuck to it, right?
Yeah, me
Um,
too.
and it is, these are like milestones for us, and these are achievements for us. When we say there's wins, and in the business, it doesn't all time have to be about money. It's about the achievements you make along the way. So yeah, but that's it from us.
Yeah.
Until next
Thank
week.
you. Have a
We'll,
great day. God
yeah,
bless.
bye.
Bye.
Take care.